Hello, people of Earth. How are we doing? Let me know if the volume is good. I had to play around with all my audio settings. I don't know what happened, but since the last time I was on here, I don't know, something happened, and my settings are all weird. Give me 2 seconds here. I don't know what that means. How is everyone doing? I need a drink. I didn't realize I'd finished off my water bottle. New one. Give everybody a minute to get in here. It has been a minute myself since I have done one of these, and I am out of practice. Get a second drink just because water's going to get boring after a while. All right. Yeah. All right. Hello, Siberius. Hello, Scott. Hello, Abby. Hello, heroes. And welcome anyone else that's just sitting around watching and hasn't commented yet. I don't know what everyone's up to these days, but it has been a few minutes since I've last done one of these. Let me just check and see, when was my last live stream? 3 weeks ago. Really? I did one 3 weeks ago? The one from the beach was only 3 weeks ago? That seems so much longer than that. Honestly, that seems, not joking, like 2 months ago to me. All right, let's see what we got here. I'll run through these, and then we'll see if I get to actually any of the topics I have lined up. What's up, CG? This is what's up. This right here, right now, is what's up, Scott. Did you like Deadpool and Wolverine? Yes. What did you think of all the cameos? We'll get there. Do you think Lily Yawson is going to revive Superman? Never fucking heard of that person in my life, so I cannot give you an answer on that. Sorry. Apparently Tom Cavanaugh is playing a new character in the finale. That is the rumor. Yeah. How are you, Canadagrass? I am okay. How is your GeoGuessr? If you'd asked me 12 hours ago, I would have said atrocious, but in the last 12 hours, I have gone on a 5-game win streak, so it has gone from atrocious to not terrible. I had a really bad, like, week and a half run. I lost like 170 rating points, which is a lot to lose over that time. But I gained like 60 of it back this morning, so balanced out a little bit. Got some work to do to catch up to where I was, though. It's weird. I kind of feel like I should be doing better, but I'm not, and I don't know why. I feel like I'm playing really well, and I'm just not getting the wins. I've made a couple of atrocious mistakes that have cost me games, so I mean, some of it's definitely on me. What did you think of the Boys season finale? Amazing. Cannot wait for season 5, and I mean, I literally cannot wait. So like the boys, like writers, showrunner, actors, I need you guys to actually get to work sooner than you're planning to. Fuck Gen V season 2. Fuck the goddamn Jensen Ackles Aya Cash spinoff. Fuck all that. Just get to season 5. No one cares about the other shit. Just get there. Get there now, please. Thank you. I am sure Eric Kripke is going to watch this, hear my message, and change everything. Hey, just listening in for a while. By the way, hello, Lionel. In for a little bit. Well, take a bit of a break dealing with stuff. Fair enough. I hope you're doing well. Are you going to watch Batman Caped Crusader? No. All 10 episodes released today. I've only seen episode 1 and 2. Don't even know what it is. I'd never heard of it till your post right now. Did I see the Captain America trailer? Sort of, kind of, yeah. So there was a streamer. I just recently unfollowed him just because him and like the stuff he does on his stream has kind of moved away from what I went there for, but I still used to go up watch his streams up until recently, and he usually will check out all the movie trailers that come out on there. And so I saw the Captain America one on there, but I kind of wasn't really super invested in watching it. Like it was kind of just background in there. So I saw it, but I can't say I remember anything about it at all. Yeah. You hope Pierre doesn't win the election? Yeah, same with me. I hope we see Talro in season 4. I don't think he was ever here. I didn't hear about him being here. If he came in, it slipped by everybody, which, to be honest, isn't hard these days. Almost nobody is scouting the airport. Nobody is actively checking to see who comes in and out of town on a regular basis. There's just no interest right now since all the superhero shows died. So he could have come in, and is possible, but I don't think he did. Bitsy teased a surprise cameo in the finale. Isn't that the Tom Cavanaugh thing, probably? I mean, I don't know who else they would have had in the finale, but I guess someone else could have been there. Did you see that there will be a prequel series called Vought Rising, focusing on Soldier Boy and Stormfront? I think this show is kind of pointless as both characters' stories are almost done. I agree with you, man. I like Jensen Ackles. Wonderful guy. Great actor. I think Aya Cash did an amazing job with Stormfront's character. I think Jensen does a great job with Soldier Boy, but I do not give a fraction of a shit about the idea of this. Not one iota. Like, as close to 0% as I can get. No, thank you. No, thank you. No. I thought RDJ returning as Doctor. Thoughts on RDJ returning as Doctor Doom for Avengers 5? Yeah, I don't care. Like, it's gonna be weird because he's already a Marvel character. I am weirded out by it. I don't know how they're gonna fit that in to make it overlap. Because I mean, honestly, he played a major character for whatever it was, more than a decade. If his Tony Stark persona does not somehow overlap into the Doctor Doom persona, like if somehow Doctor Doom isn't a Tony Stark variant from some other timeline, they fucked up. They just outright fucked up casting him for it. I don't care what other bullshit reason there is, but you already had him in the universe playing a character that everybody knows. It's not like he was Lieutenant Number 4. Like he was a fucking the main character of your franchise for years. You want to throw him in, play another character, you can do that. You have to somehow connect that to some variant of Tony Stark. If they don't, they fucked up massively. If they do, okay, I can work with it. Not that pile of garbage. And Canada Grass confirm if this is true. I don't know what you want me to confirm. That woman who gave pointless upgrades on the Flash's final season. I have no idea what that means. I've never heard of this woman in my life. Sorry. Batman Cape Crusader, the streaming service Batman cartoon. Yeah, I don't watch cartoons. Did you see Superman Doomsday fight clip? Yeah, we'll get there in a few minutes as soon as I'm caught up and can start moving on to topics. I think people are stupid for blaming Trudeau about inflation. Yes. Inflation isn't the result direct, like there's some that can go blame on the leader of a country, some of it, but the world as a whole is dealing with inflation. It's not a Canada exclusive problem. It's not a USA exclusive problem. It's not a North America exclusive problem. Blaming the leader of the country for that problem is preposterous when it's out of their control. Having him play an evil character is a good way to bring in the multiverse. Like I said, as long as it's a variation of Tony Stark, fine. If it's not, they really screwed up. Was Tyler absent for episodes? I doubt it. He's the lead of the show, and it's the final season. I know they're going to do the whole Death of Superman storyline, but I think it's going to be more like the Death of Superman as far as anyone knows storyline. So the people of Smallville, people of Metropolis, people of Earth are going to be assuming Superman is dead, but we'll see Tyler playing Superman wherever the hell he's stranded, whether it's on the moon, another planet, wherever the hell he is at that time. We'll see him there, a few minutes here or there, trying to figure out how he gets back to Earth. They're not just going to be like, all right, Tyler, I know it's your show, but we need you to take 9 weeks off. Like, no, it's not going to happen. Do you remember when the writers let their guest star Nicole Maines down yet? You ask me this all the time, man. I am far beyond exhausted with the whole, only thing you ever want to talk about is Nicole Maines. If you don't have a second topic to talk about, man, so be it. But you've asked me every variation of every question possible about Nicole Maines. Effects still look good for a reduced budget. Okay. We'll jump into the Superman and Lois trailer discussion. If you haven't seen the Superman and Lois trailer, it's not even a trailer. It's a scene. It's not even a trailer. It's one scene. So as well, say, does it look good? Sure, of course it looks good. Here's the thing: you bring up the budget. Good point to bring it up on. I don't think you can judge the budget based on that scene. Here's why: they might have put 50% of the budget into that scene for all we know. I know they didn't, but they might have heavy ended the front, heavy ended the back, and 11 episodes. No, how many episodes are there in the finale? 10. 8 episodes in the middle could just be a train wreck. Now, I don't think they will be, but you can't judge how good you think the season's going to look because their opening scene looked really good. No, that's not how that really works. Did it look really good? Yeah, it looked really good. But I think that's why they chose it for the Comic-Con thing or whatever it was that they released it at. They knew it was good. They knew it had to look good. Excuse me. And so they put all their effort into that scene. I think you'll see not that same quality for several episodes because they're saving up for the finale. Not to say it's going to be stick figure drawings, but I do think there'll be a reduction in how often you see massive CGI used in the episodes following that one. You know what I'm saying? I wish Superman and Lois could have John. It is what it is. I mean, are blue screens or green screens extremely expensive? I assume Superman versus Doomsday fight is expensive. I would assume it's expensive. I mean, yeah, anything that requires a team of artists to go in after the fact and touch something up is expensive. You're first of all paying for the piece to be filmed, then you're paying for other people to go in and tinker with that piece. So your cost is always much higher, you know. It is what it is. So yeah, of course it's expensive. It won't be hard for Lex to deduce Jordan's identity. Why is that? What did I miss? Scott, what did I miss there? Why would it be easy for Lex to deduce Jordan's identity? I don't think I get the connection. Really? Are you talking like that 10-second clip trailer that was on the CW? Because I'll be honest, I watched it one time and everything went by so fast. I obtained zero information out of it, zero. So if there was a scene like that in there, it went by so fast. I didn't catch it. Let me see if I can find that thing again and just look at it slow motion. They released a full trailer for the season. When? Oh, I saw it was like a 14, 13, 12-second trailer that the CW put out at like a week before Comic-Con. Yeah, there's nothing in the CW one. Last Wednesday. The only thing I saw come out of Comic-Con was that Doomsday fight scene. I didn't see any actual trailer. Where's this trailer? Minute 24. Is this it? Speed through this. If there's the stupid fight scene again, then I don't. Oh shit! What the hell? No, I didn't see this. Okay, give me a minute, guys. I am gonna listen to this, and then I will have an opinion on it. All right. Let's mute that and bring that up. All right, I'm just gonna watch this, and then I will get back to you guys. Hey, Gary. Interesting. Okay, so the thing with Jordan, I mean, I don't think it's as easy as you made it sound. Like I mean, I'm not saying he can't figure it out, but I don't think it's a lock that he would be able to figure it out from that. Yeah. Interesting. How did I never see this until now? By the way, thanks guys for letting me know, because like I said, never saw this till now. Hey, how you doing, Gary? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How am I? I'm doing okay. How are you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Um, they released a full trailer, okay, last Wednesday. How come you didn't go to San Diego Comic-Con? For several reasons. First of all, doesn't interest me. Second of all, it's in the United States. Third of all, it's in the United States of America. Like, I'm not gonna go and spend $160 to get a passport done, plus the flight, plus hotel to get a few autographs. Like, I can go to Toronto for less money than it would cost to go to San Diego during Comic Con, not have to pay for a passport, and get 6 times the autographs. So, no. I might go to Comic Con someday in my life, but it ain't going to be right now. Will Kyle and Lana be in season 4? Yes, they will, Gary. Both actors will be in season 4. If you go to my website, Gary, I have photos of them on set from one of the episodes. Not in the same scene, but one scene with Kyle and Chrissy, and then another scene with Lana, Lois, and John, and then the 2 boys. How did you find channels like Ray William Johnson and Philly D? You mean how did I find them? Like, physically find them, or do you mean like my opinion on the channels? Those are 2 different types of questions. Give me a more clear answer how you meant that. I saw that Kevin Smith was equals 3. Was he really? Oh, okay. I mean, that's so long ago. He probably that would have been sometime between the time that he did Jay and Silent Bob and like his newer years of stuff. So I could see him being there for some reason. Favorite scene in Deadpool and Wolverine? I've only watched it once, so I got to think for a second. I was going to go see it again yesterday, but then I had so many things I had to get done yesterday, I didn't get around to it. I might go tonight. I think just going through and seeing all the different Wolverines when Deadpool was looking for him. I like that one. That was a fun scene. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in there, so yeah. So someone told me that you got paid $100 by David Sabolov. No fucking clue who that is. What would they have paid me for? I can never watch season 3 again of Superman and Lois. Why not? Do you like David Ramsey? David Ramsey is actually a really nice guy. If I were to rate the nicest people in the Arrowverse, he would definitely be in the top 10 and probably even in the top 5. I think Wolverine masking up and massacring the other Deadpool variants was the best scene in the movie. Him masking up, definitely. That got one of the larger oohs and ahs out of the theater. As did Scott's comment with Blade Electra Gambit and X-23 coming in. Those are probably the 2 biggest wow moments from my theater. I went and watched it opening afternoon, like first public showing that there was. And it was a full theater at 3 in the afternoon. It was a full theater on a Thursday. Yeah. And yeah, those two parts where he puts the Wolverine mask on, and then the scene where we get Blade Electra Gambit and X-23 coming in. Those got the 2 biggest roars out of my theater. I think Wolverine. Oh, I read that. David Sobolov played Grodd. Oh, okay. I have no idea why someone thinks he gave me money. By the way, I messaged you about the budget stuff on Instagram last week. Let me check. I get lots of messages on Instagram that go to my spam folder, like even from like real questions. And because of that, I might have just missed it. I don't see it. Is it? Okay, I don't know what your name is on there, so I can't even like look it up. Don't dox yourself or anything, but like I can't find it. Instagram, you sure? Because I don't have anything in either section last week. Yeah, I don't see anything in there. Sorry, man. I don't know what's up with that. Sickness storyline. Okay, fair enough. I can understand not watching it again for that reason. I mean, I think that was probably a determining factor in 20% of people not watching it to begin with. Because let's be honest, a notable portion of the public has dealt with directly. I'm not even talking indirectly. I'm not talking like a third cousin. I'm talking like a parent, grandparent, sibling, child, something in that realm of direct contact have dealt with that very type of storyline. So I can see a lot of people not wanting to watch it. Wolverine's mask really did look like two Batmans kissing. Okay. Okay. I did not get that image from it, but if I watch it later, I will be on the lookout to see if I get that impression. Like the cameos weren't played for jokes. Well, I mean, they were to some degree, but like the more main cameos, the Blade group weren't, but there were cameos that were, like Henry Cavill. Come on, that was played for a joke. Let's be honest. The fight at Cassandra's fortress was awesome. The fight scenes in this movie were top tier. Great stuff. A+ across the board on fighting. There might be other parts of the movie where you can be like, I didn't like this, I didn't like that, but let's be honest, the fight scenes were actually top notch. The cameos respectful of the characters. Okay. Thoughts on Eminem? Surprisingly, still has it at 51 years old. I listened to the new album. I've actually listened to it a couple of times. Solid. I can understand why there'd be obviously some people that don't like it, because several reasons. Some of the people that liked Eminem 20 years ago have grown up a little bit and probably don't have the same appreciation for some of the type of humor that he would be putting in there that they would have had 20 years ago. And then there's obviously younger people who get, let's be honest, triggered by any type of like thing that doesn't fall into their category of everybody is perfect. So I can understand some of them being unimpressed by it, but it was really solid. Like there was a long time where I didn't listen to Eminem for a while, probably from like late 2000s through to all of the 2010s. I don't think I listened to any stuff of his really outside of maybe one song here, one song there that popped into my view. But yeah, this is definitely the best stuff I'd heard in a while. Do you think I should have kids trying to decide? That is a question that only you can decide, Gary. I'll say this. My personal opinion, Gary, is a lot of work, and the world is a challenging place to bring kids into at this time. Realistically, I personally, if I were like your age, I wouldn't want to. I just think it's a really tough. Like the world is changing, not necessarily for the better. They're going to have some struggles that we don't even know exist yet. I don't know. I mean, that is clearly a question that you would have to decide with whoever you're dating. That's between you two. I don't know. I personally think people have too many kids already. World's population is over 8 billion. So you won't get me going, yeah, go do it. But I'll also say, like, that's up to you. The idea of the anchor being in the movie makes no sense. The TVA takes place outside of time and space, so at some point in time, all anchor beings will die, meaning all timelines are doomed to die. I can understand how you can come to that conclusion, but we also don't know the way an anchor being exists. For example, let's say when Logan finally passed away, we don't know that doesn't mean that another anchor being couldn't technically have been like anointed the position, like the Dalai Lama. Like the Dalai Lama isn't the same Dalai Lama that lived 200 years ago, right? Like it just keeps getting passed down to the next Dalai Lama. So it could be something like that. I don't know. I don't want to think about the details too much. I'm sure some YouTube channel did a 14-minute breakdown of why that doesn't make sense, but that's not for me to care. I just want it to be entertaining. It entertained. If it's a continuity flaw, so be it. Do you like Blade and Elektra and X-23? In this movie, they were great. Personally, I hate the Elektra from the old Daredevil. Fucking hated that character. Oh, and on top of it, fucking what the hell is her name? Jennifer Garner. Jennifer Garner's a miserable person, so she makes me not like it. As for Blade, I never watched the original Blades, so they don't have an impact on me. This is honestly, I think, the first film I ever watched Blade in. X-23, fine. When I watched Logan, she was the most interesting part of Logan. Logan as a movie sucked for me. I know there's some people that are like, oh my God, it's the best cinematic superhero movie ever. Fine. Have your opinion on that. For me, fucking sucked. I did not like that movie, but I liked her character. Going to have to cut out now. All right, have a good one, Lionel. See you when you come around next time. Deadpool and Wolverine. What was the Flash movie should have been. I mean, they're two different types of things, right? Welcome back, Canada giraffes. There's not a lot of giraffes in Canada. Candice Patton is pregnant? Really? 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 That would be, I mean, whatever, but really? How long ago did she announce this? 74 weeks ago. $57 weeks ago. 62 weeks ago. She hasn't made a post in over a year. How do you know this? Where did she say this? I've never seen anything about this. And I assume that would come across my timeline. The only thing I can find on it is some fan claiming they saw her with J.R. Smith, and the rumors are she's heavily pregnant. I mean, I can't confirm or deny because I don't know who this person is. Just some random fan, apparently. Arrow had some of the best fight scenes ever done in the history of film and television. Agree? In the entirety of film and television, sure. In the last 10 years, it's above average. Let's be honest. Daredevil, the TV show, wiped the floor with Arrow's fight scenes. Just Daredevil was the worst thing to ever happen to Arrow because it made everybody realize Arrow wasn't a game. We all thought Arrow was a game at the time, and then Daredevil came out, and we're like, Arrow's just pretty good, you know? Yeah. I mean, John Wick fight scenes, you know, they clear most things. So there's some competition out there that wipes the floor with Arrow. Have you ever seen the movie Nobody? There's a fight scene on a bus between the lead character and a gang. Again, great. So you know, how come you don't do as many streams as I used to? Lazy. Not a lot to report either. It's very quiet here these days. I mean, the only thing we really have of note right now is The Last of Us. So there's not a lot to pass on information wise. I'd mostly be coming on here just to chat, and you guys would be like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And I'd be like, "I don't know." So it's kind of like been not much that I can add right now. You know, you don't like Emmanuel Chikri at all. She's Islamophobic. Okay. Based on what's your assumption of that? You'll have to give me a source on that. What did you think of Channing Tatum's Gambit? It's fine. I didn't honestly think of it much. Like what I mean is like I didn't overthink it being good or bad. It was just there to fill the service that was needed. Do you think he's a misunderstandable accent on purpose? Yes, it was very on purpose. Or would you really have been how he sounded if he actually got to play Gambit in an X-Men movie? Oh, do I think that's how it would have been? I don't know. Probably not, because they need the lead character of a Gambit movie to the audience to understand him, you know? Yeah. I'm hoping you see X-23 in the MCU main heroes. Who knows? She didn't announce that she was seen on a story pregnant. Yeah, I just saw on like a post on that like lesbian site. They posted, "I'm at Aventura Mall in Miami, Florida. Just saw Candace Patton with J.R. Smith walking together. The rumors are true. She's heavily pregnant." It's just a fucking fan posting that. Unless someone's got a photo or a video of her and I see it, then I don't believe it yet. I'm not saying she can't be, by the way. Just saying I won't believe it till I see an official source or actual photos or video. Avengers Doomsday is being filmed in Vancouver. What is Avengers Doomsday? I've never heard of it. "2026 film." Oh god, not fucking Pedro Pascal again. He just left here. Where is... I need the details. There it is. Nope, says here London, England. I don't know where you got that information from. But IMDb has it down as London, England, and I have never, ever heard of this thing being rumored in Vancouver. So I'm pretty sure whoever told you that lied to you. Thank you, Gary, for the 99 cents. How would you rank seasons of Daredevil? Ugh, it's been too long since I watched it to really remember now. I mean, all 3 of those seasons would go in my top 10 superhero seasons. And I'm that's a wide net of shows. Like, it's not just the Arrowverse. You're also talking the Marvel verse. You're talking The Boys. You're talking probably 1 or 2 other shows I'm forgetting right now. But all 3 of their seasons go in the top 10. Yeah. I think season 3 of Daredevil was a masterpiece. Season 1 was great introduction, and season 2 was disappointing because of the hand. You're allowed to feel that way. I liked all 3. I can't remember the order right now because it's been a while since I watched it. I've watched some reaction videos in the last like 6 months, but even that I can't remember them now. Have I ever met Andy before? Not as far as I know. He might have been here for one of those like tour press tours that they used to do for the CW back in the day. He might have been here for one of those back in the day and walked by me, and I wouldn't have known who he was yet because he was an unknown to me at that time. But no, not purposely met him. Did you ever see the Marvels? No. Do you like Blink 182? Yeah, they're okay. I mean, it's not a band I listen to on a day-to-day basis anymore because their shtick kind of ended 15 years ago, but they're okay. All right, so I'm finally caught up to chat for a moment. Okay, so we talked about Superman and Lois. We more or less talked about Deadpool and Wolverine, but we didn't talk about one thing we didn't talk about with Deadpool and Wolverine is their box office numbers, which is mad crazy numbers. They're crushing it at the box office, by the way. Literally crushing it. They are already at $545 million worldwide. To put that in perspective, the other Deadpool movies only did like 680 million or 780 million. I'm going to actually have to look them up now and remember. Through their entire run. Yeah, Deadpool 1 did 782. Deadpool 2 did 785. They both did in the 780s. Deadpool 3 is at 545 million, and it is technically only a week old. That is insane numbers. I heard people a while ago being like, oh, it's going to hit 1.5 billion. I didn't say anything because I honestly didn't say it couldn't happen. But in the back of my head, I was like, I don't think it's going to get to 1.5 billion. I thought it'd be like maybe 1.2 billion. But it's going to get 1.5 billion plus. I don't know when. It might hit a billion next week. I don't think it's not going to get there this weekend, but it's going to get very close this weekend. It's going to get 800 million plus by the end of this weekend. 900 million plus is also possible. I don't think it gets to a billion by this weekend, but I think by next week it gets to a billion. These are insane numbers, Also for a rated R movie, by the way. They're set to cross 600 million today per deadline. Yeah, that sounds about right. Like I said, 585 as of yesterday. If the Arrowverse got a movie with almost every Arrowverse actor back, would you go to the set? Yeah, of course. that was the most layup, easy, obvious question anyone's ever asked. But yeah, today marks 1 week in the theater, and they're gonna cross 600 million sometime today. They probably already have, because back east has already started showing screenings. You know, it's like almost 5 in the evening back east, so they've already pocketed some of the money from today. Where's their day-to-days? Where is their day-to-day? There we go. Well, yesterday they did 25 million. So if they keep that pace today, that puts them at, actually, that, no. I disagree with deadline unless something happened that I didn't hear about, because the last 2 days, Monday they did 24. Oh, that's just domestic. Oh, fuck me. I want, do they not show you world? Oh, fuck's sakes. This is a bullshit system. I can only see the day-to-day volume domestically. That's messed up. So yeah, they probably will break 600 million today. I guess, yeah. Gideon's actress plays Vanessa. Vanessa who? Do you mean in Deadpool? It's the only Vanessa I know. Oh, you mean Marina Baccarin, right? Yeah, she used to play one of the versions of Gideon, right? Yeah, on the Flash. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that. Yep. I thought you meant the one that actually played like regular Gideon on like Legends of Tomorrow. I always forget that Gideon is a different actress on Flash. Interested in seeing Thunderbolts with Yelena and Bucky? Know nothing about it. I literally know nothing about it until whenever they make a trailer for it. But if Yelena and Bucky are in it, that's a good start. Yeah. What's crazy is that there was literally some crying kids in my theater for Deadpool and Wolverine. It's funny. Literally sitting beside me in the theater was a kid somewhere around 7 and 9 years old. And every time there was a scene that I'm like, you shouldn't take your kid to see this, I just kind of like look out the corner of my eye over towards his dad, which was 2 seats over from me, just to see his reaction, realizing he brought his kid to this movie. It is not a movie for kids. And I understand that puts a lot of parents in a complicated situation because of the fact that Deadpool is such a fun, lovable character, but it is not a movie for kids. And yeah, there's going to be some awkward conversations with some kids and parents. And that says Wade's wife. Yeah, I figured that out. Thanks. Do you miss Target in Canada? No, because the Target we had here is fucking awful. I've been to Target in the US. Like I have been to, a few Targets in the US. What we have had, because like you said, it's been gone for many years now. What we got in Canada was like the dollar store discount bin version of a Target. It was awful. The shelves were empty. The selection was limited. It was awful, awful, awful. They failed because the fact they failed to bring stuff to the store. Would you have a problem with Captain Marvel being in Avengers 5? Well, I have a problem with Captain Marvel being in anything, so you should grow a full beard. Fuck no. In fact, I gotta get rid of this, man. This is driving me nuts. I'm just been too lazy to cut it off. Do you have Facebook? Yeah. I have the same name on every social media platform, Gary. You can find Canada Graphs on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, although I barely use it. Blue Sky. What am I missing? Here. Yeah, I got the same name on all the platforms. All right, let's see. What were the topics that I was lining up to talk about? All right, we did talk basically about Deadpool and Wolverine and Superman and Lois already. So The Last of Us is currently filming their season finale for season 2 in Vancouver right now. And that has been the hardest set I've worked in my life. And I don't understand why. I will never understand why. The people that run The Last of Us have the biggest fucking egos in the world. Like, they think they're filming fucking cinema. Because here, let me break down the reality. You are filming the second season of a TV show that is a direct replica of a video game that already exists. It already exists. Everybody knows everything about what's going to happen already. I asked several people about season 1. I'm like, were there any big twists and turns that like would make you think that you're going to get anything different? They're like, no, what you see is what you get. You're filming an already known product. There's no spoilers. Anything I've posted online isn't a spoiler. And yet you guys are treating it like you are fucking filming Casablanca. Like, I don't understand it. I have never seen so much money wasted by a production ever in my life for keeping the public from watching it. Ever. I've filmed real movies, like major franchise movies, including Deadpool, that were more understanding of the public being around. These guys are fucking psychopaths that like are in charge of like the set security. It is insane. But anyways, they're filming the season finale right now. It's going to take them a month to do. I've already shot a couple of days of it. Honestly, I have been to 10-ish sets so far this year. Only people I've ever seen yet to this date are Bella Ramsey and Isabel Merced. I did see Pedro Pascal briefly get into a vehicle once. But yeah, it has been frustrating. That show has been so annoying. I am thrilled that this is their last month. It brings in good traffic, but it is not worth the hassle. I've made dick all money off this production, and they're just fucking dick bags for no reason. Unfortunately, it's on my phone, which I'm currently using to stream, but I have an interesting video of them getting caught red-handed breaking the law. I might still show that to the city eventually. But yeah, it's insane. I have never been on a production with such a disrespect for the community that they inconvenience. It is insane. What are you doing for the holidays this year? Nothing. I never do anything for any holidays. Holidays are meaningless to me. They're just, all holidays are to me is an inconvenience. I can't go to certain places because they're closed for the holidays. That's all a holiday is to me. It's an inconvenience. You're going to London for Thanksgiving? All right, well, have fun there, Gary. I've never left North America. I've been to, the furthest I've ever gone is Miami. Like, I have never left North America. So yeah, I hope you have fun over there. Have you seen the Penguin trailer? No. I am still not that hyped about it. Like, I might get more hyped whenever it comes around, but I don't care about it yet. I have an indifferent feeling about it. That might change. That might change when it gets closer to it actually, like, airing. But right now, I don't care. Favorite wrestling match of all time? Uh, I mean, Foley and Undertaker, Hell in the Cell. Like, let's be honest. It's hard to pass. It's hard to beat that one. There's a lot of great ones though that, like, if I thought about it, and honestly, it would be hard for me to think about it because you're talking 25 years in the past, right? Like, I can't say I remember them all, but there was some that I loved back in the day. But I mean, that one is a hard one to beat. Michaels versus Hart. That was a great match. I just think the shock value of the Undertaker Mankind match or Foley is, you can't pass that up. Like, let's be honest, there's no shock value that can beat that. You know, Hart and Michaels was a great match for the athleticism required to fight for an hour. Great athleticism, creativity up the wazoo, but you can't beat the shock value of Mick Foley going off the top of the cage and going through the cage, you know? Rock versus Triple H ladder match. I can't even remember that. Honestly, I don't even know that one off the top of my head. What else have we not discussed today? I think I've cleared all the topics that were on the list. I mean, I haven't talked about Jensen Ackles, but we don't really get a lot of Supernatural fans or the Boys fans or whatever in here. But yeah, Jensen Ackles is back in Vancouver to film Tracker season 2. It's it's nice to see him back. I hope he's in for more than one episode this season. He's already left town. He left town today or yesterday. But it's good to see him back. I congratulated him on being back for season 5 of The Boys, oblivious to the fact that he has a spin-off coming. I didn't even know about it yet, so that was kind of funny. He's probably in the back of his head like, dude, I got another show. But do you still committed with Paigey and Emergency Awesome, Charlie and Ben and Eric? I don't know. Oh, communicate. With Ben and Eric once in a while. Eric hasn't asked me to be on a stream in like way over 6 months, might be a year now. Ben has me on maybe like every 4 months. I haven't talked to Paigey. I don't even remember the last time I talked to Paigey, and I haven't talked to Charlie in years. I don't. The only time I ever talked to Charlie was basically to be like, dude, you did this thing that's not cool. Don't do it again. That's like the last thing I talked to Charlie about, and that was years ago. Do you think The Boys should end with Homelander dead, or should they make The Boys a cautionary tale and end up with him actually winning and showing how disastrous that would be for the world? Do you know what would be an awesome end? He somehow lost his powers, and he just has to live out life as a fucking normal person. That would be interesting. Depowering Homelander, and the series ends with him having to like fucking do daily normal shit. Having to wait for the bus. You know? having trouble getting the lid off of a jar of mayonnaise. Like, funny little things like that. I don't know how they will end it. I do think I don't know. I don't know which way I think they would go. Honestly. I hope they don't go the way of him winning, simply because this show has been eerily crazy on predicting stuff, and if they have him winning, that means someone's going to win the election in a few months that we'd rather not have winning it. I don't know if they like. I don't know how I want that to end. I like my idea. I do like my idea, but I don't think that's an idea they're going to go with. Do I remember the band Headley? Yeah, obviously their lead singer, didn't he go to jail for something? I mean, I think I know what he went to jail for. I might not say it on stream because, I will get demonetized immediately. Yes, he did. He went to jail for that thing. Yeah, I remember them. Yeah, the lead in case you have been out of the loop, Sabarius, their lead singer went to jail for things you can't talk about on YouTube. But they were big for a while. I remember there was a discussion forum I used to be on for hockey, and one of the girls that used to be a regular on the forum, she had the most tunnel vision crush ever on him. Wonder what she thinks of him now. Yeah. What are we doing time-wise here? An hour? Barely an hour? I've only barely been on an hour? Jeez, it feels so much longer than that, man. Crazy. I just saw your tweet now, Scott. Sorry, I've already watched it, but thank you. Just checking to see if there's anything on Twitter I haven't seen recently that might still needs to be discussed. I don't think there is, though. Honestly, guys, I think we've probably wrapped up all the topics of note. He's probably on the Epstein. Probably not. I don't think he's famous enough to be there. Like, his island only had the top 1%ers types. He didn't have some stiff that was only making $1 million. But yeah, I think we probably cleared all the topics of note, right? What were my thoughts on Gen V season 1? Kind of underwhelming. I am in the rare position of not really being a fan of it compared to everyone else. I see everyone else rave about it. Some people think that it was better than The Boys, and I'm just like, I don't get how you think that. I kind of was meh. That, like I said at the start of this stream, I don't know if you were here at the time, Abby. I think you were, but I wasn't joking when I said, forget season 2 of the Gen V, forget the Stormfront and Soldier Boy spinoff, forget that shit. Just give me season 5 of The Boys. I do not want to wait for these garbage products. I meant it. Gen V was underwhelming to me. And I'm not saying it was bad, by the way. I still enjoyed it. But if I'm giving The Boys a 10, which, I mean, it's more like a 9.7, but we'll round it off to 10. If I'm giving The Boys a 10, Gen V is a 7. It's good, but it is nowhere anywhere close to The Boys, and I don't understand how people say that it was better. I don't. All right, have a good one, Siberius. Do you like Vance as vice president? Fuck no. No, no, double no, quadruple no. No. I don't know if I can add no enough times. No. I don't have any more topics, I think, guys. I think I might wrap this up earlier than I planned. I thought I'd do about an hour and a half, but I'm out of topics. Anyone got last minute super chats? I'm gonna type in the chat the old comment that everyone knows is coming, and then we'll wrap this up. Any comments after this will not be answered unless they are in super chat. Final warning, take into account there is probably a 5-second delay, and I am sending now. All right. When might you do another GeoGuessr stream? To be honest, I might. Let me just see how active it is on Twitch right now. Gabriel's got 142 people, so he's got most of the people right now. I was thinking of maybe doing one right now, but like one of the larger GeoGuessr streamers has got like everybody watching his already right now. I might do one sometime soon, but the last 2 or 3 times I did one, the traffic was so low that I kind of was demotivated to doing it again. But I'll consider it. Feel free to nag me about it over the next couple of weeks. Be like, hey, how about doing one? And I will try and do one. I was just thinking, like, when I looked at the time of this and I saw that, you know, I'm gonna get off here a lot earlier than I thought. I was thinking in my head, like, maybe I'll do a GeoGuessr stream on Twitch. But like I said, I just looked and like one of the big guys is playing right now. There's gonna be no traffic for me, so I probably won't today. Maybe later today, maybe, but probably not, because I'll probably forget after the phone is off my connector. Thank you again, Gary, for one final super chat. I appreciate it. And with that, guys, how about, do you like Fox News or CNN News? I strongly dislike Fox News, and I just kind of dislike CNN News. I find CNN News too repetitive. Fox News does the same thing, but theirs is also with the added problem of, you know, just being full on lies, whereas CNN is just CNN isn't fully news. Like Fox News is like 6% news and 94% agenda. CNN is like 20% news and 80% marketing. Neither of them are news. Like they have news in there. They cover news stories, but it's not like the way the news was in the 80s. In the, you know, when I was a kid, you actually got all of the news. You didn't get a handful of stories that matches whatever the president of the network wanted it to seem like, you know. And yeah, it's unfortunate. You guys are living through an era where the news stations don't really give you the news. They give you the news stories that they want you to see. Yeah. All right. I think that's it for today, though, guys. Thank you. It has been an adventure. First day of August, first stream. Yay. We'll see if I get to a second one this month. I probably will. Like I said earlier, when I was looking at my channel, I was shocked to see that it had only been like 3 weeks or whatever it was since my last live stream. I didn't know that beach one was only 3 weeks ago. Seems so much longer ago to me. But that's it. I will see you sometime down the road. And thank you everyone for coming by. Thank you. Was it all Gary with the super chats? Gary. Thank you, Gary, for all the super chats. I don't know where everyone else is, but you're here at least. All right. Thanks, everyone. And I'll see you in the future. And enjoy what's left of summer. It's already August. Bye.